Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and we're going to be taking a look at a new model of the Oakley Plantaris that I recently picked up. Now, if you follow my channel or you see what's in front of you here, you can clearly tell that I'm a big fan of the Plantaris model. I actually own 7 of those, the ones that you see here in front of you, and these are the ones that were readily accessible either in the Oakley stores or through the Oakley website. And when I say readily accessible, I mean you can either log onto their website or walk into the store and pick it up. Now, there's been a couple other models that have either been collaboration with other companies, like the one that you see here in front of you, that you actually either had to find a particular Oakley store that carried it or had to go directly through their site. Or it was such a limited quantity that they released, like the titanium Plantaris, they only made 25 of those, that you either had to be able to get it when it dropped or not. So, when I saw that this one dropped, I decided to go ahead and pick it up. Obviously, I wanted to add it to the collection, but I wanted to showcase it because it's a little bit different than the other ones that you see here, and that's because, like I mentioned already, this was not a model that was available in any Oakley store. Only select stores got them. I am lucky enough that I have a store in my area that actually receives all these type of models. But the other option would be going directly through the website of who they partner with. And this particular one is the Brain Dead Plantaris. Now, I was pretty excited to see that they actually did a collaboration with Brain Dead. Brain Dead is, if I'm not mistaken, I don't know too much about them, but it's a company that, it's like a clothing company. They do like a lot of really weird designs and stuff like that. But they've collaborated with Oakley in the past, and I was pretty happy to see that they collaborated with this particular model. They've done other models in the past. I actually done reviews on some of their collaborations. If you guys are interested, I'll link those videos to the Plantaris ones or to the Brain Dead collaboration ones at the end of this one if you guys want to check it out. If not, I also have a playlist of all my Oakley videos. I will put that in the description as well if you guys want to take a look at those. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one here. Really awesome packaging. So this has a like a slip cover out around the box that says Factory Team right there, and it's the head inside of the Oakley icon. The Oakley icon is actually the Oakley logo. The head right there is the Brain Dead logo. So that is really cool that they were able to kind of mix those two together. And it's super, super shiny, so it does pick up fingerprints very easily, as you guys can see right there. But, it's cool that they made it that way to make it a little bit different. Now, on the side right here, you can go ahead and see a representation of the glasses themselves. And this is going to tell you that it is the Plantaris model. Unfortunately, it doesn't say Brain Dead anywhere, but again, if you know, you know. This frame is the sepia color frame, and it is with prism tungsten lenses. So sepia is obviously it's like a brownish color. So I do have this one right here in the stone color, or sand color, which does have the tungsten color lenses as well. So with all the other lenses being kind of darker, either black or darker, stuff like that, I like the fact that this one adds a little bit of that different color to it. So let's go ahead and open up the box here. We'll take a look at the glasses themselves. I want to make sure that I don't ruin the box here. There we go. All right. What's really cool about this particular one is that this actually came with this style of case. So this is the aluminum bullet case. I believe the all of the what do you call them, Brain Dead collaborations come with this case, if I'm not mistaken. I would have to look back on the video. But as you know, the Plantaris model does come in a hard case, but this one, because it is that Brain Dead collaboration, it comes with the aluminum bullet here. So this is really cool. I love these cases. Obviously, these are callbacks to Oakley's heyday, so I like the fact that they did include that. So as you open up the case, inside are the glasses themselves, and then also here is the nose cone. And this is the super controversial thing that a lot of people really hate about this model. It's this nose cone. They just say it looks goofy. They say that it looks like a bird, like the beak of a bird or something like that. I love it. It just looks so different than all the other pairs. But obviously what you can do is you can remove it. So, if you don't like it on there, you can actually not put it on there. So it's off right now. So we'll take a look at the glasses without it first. Here is the microfiber bag. It's a little bit different. This is if I'm not mistaken, from my previous videos, this is the one that they do with the Brain Dead collaboration. So they're all going to kind of look like this. So that's cool. It's a different microfiber bag. So we'll set that off to the side. And here are the glasses themselves. We'll take this packaging off. All right, so there it goes. So this is, again, the sepia color is going to be the top of the frame right here. Really, really cool. It's got like that brownish look to it, but it's see-through. And then in the bottom here, it's almost like a frosted sepia as well, I guess you could say, but it is frosted, so that's really cool. So again, it is a very brown looking pair because obviously the frame and the lenses are all kind of brown, but I do like that. I like that it kind of sets off really nice. The only thing is, I almost wish that instead of doing this black icon right here, they would have done like a gold icon or even like a tungsten icon or something like that, just to kind of go with the theme. I think it would look really, really nice. As you open up the stems here, obviously, I'm not going to go too much in depth. If you guys want to know a little bit more, feel free to check out those other videos. But, you do have the stem follows through the sepia kind of clear color right here. And then you have the very iconic ends of the stems right there, which are really nice. Again, rubberized on the end, and then rubber on the nose pieces as well. So let me go ahead and throw on the nose cone, and I probably know I'm doing this correctly, but I just want to do it real quick so you guys can see that. And that is what it's going to look like with the nose cone. So again, it does change up the look of the pair a little bit when you do add that, but I think it looks really, really awesome. Now, another thing is, I almost wish they would have done the nose cone in a brown color to kind of match the scheme. As you can see from some of these, some of them are gray and some of them are black, but for the most part, that's the two colors that they do offer. I almost wish they would have done that one in a brown or a gold or something like that to make it look really, really cool and stick out. But again, they went with the black there. Now, last thing is on the bottom edge of the lens right there. Let me see if you guys can see it. You do have the word Brain Dead etched into it right there. And again, that is because this is a collaboration pair. So all of those models will have that etching on there. So really, really awesome. Super excited that I was actually able to pick it up. When I saw that these were released, I called my local store and they had them in stock. I asked them to hold one for me, and then I drove right over there and picked it up. There's another model in the Brain Dead collection that was released as well. I decided not to pick that one up. I want to say that was a straight jacket, if I'm not mistaken, with the flames on the side. But I have another one that's very similar, just with different color combinations, so I decided not to pick that one up, just the Plantaris, because obviously I wanted to add it to my collection. So I'll go ahead and turn the camera on so I can put these on, as always, so you guys can see what they look like on me. All right, so let me go ahead and put these on. Again, I left the nose cone on there because obviously that is, the full setup of the glasses. This is a really, really awesome pair, the Plantaris is. This particular color combination is really cool as well. Now, when you do put it on, because it's that kind of clear frame, it does darken up a little bit. So as you guys can see right there, you can still tell that it is a brown or sepia color, but it does darken it up as opposed to, when you have it just kind of sitting in your hands. But it looks really, really awesome. Obviously, the Plantaris with the nose cone on there is one of those pairs that is going to attract a lot of attention, but it's, you either hate it or you love it. I don't think there's anybody that's in the middle unless you go ahead and remove it. A lot of people tend to think that it favors the look of a Juliet, if you guys are familiar with that frame from Oakley, especially when you remove the cone, and I think that's what kind of drew me to it. But for me, it's just how crazy looking they are. They look completely different, all the way back to the stems right here. So even the stems, they're not straight. They do have that kind of dip right there. The ends right there, obviously with the Plantaris name to them, and, the frog legs, which is what they're supposed to denote. Even to the little lugs right there on the end, I think it looks really, really cool. Let me go ahead and take off the nose cone real quick so you guys can see what that looks like without it. So here it is. Again, without the nose cone, it makes it look a little bit more like a regular pair of glasses. It still has some really cool curves and stuff like that to them, but this is what people say that they tend to favor the look of an old school Juliet, just because of the way that the lenses are and how they fit the frame, obviously, until you get to the sides right here, or to the stems. But this is a really, really awesome model. If you guys haven't seen the Plantaris in person, again, it's one of those things that you either love them or you hate them. A lot of people really do love them. As you can see, obviously, because I pretty much own all of the readily accessible ones, I do love them. I'm always on the lookout for the other models. There was one model that came out. I can't remember who the collaboration was, but the actual frame was white and blue with blue lenses. I think that one looks really cool, but I kind of missed out on that one. And then obviously it's the Satisfy one. That was another collaboration with a company called Satisfy. And then the Podpa, which was the one that they released for Oakley, Brazil. Those three models, I'm actually on the lookout. So if you guys know of anybody that has those and is willing to either sell them or trade or something like that, feel free to let me know. Put it down in the description comment or send me a DM. I would love to partner with you guys and try and get those to add to my collection. And then obviously the last one is obviously the titanium one. They only made 25 of those, so that's going to be one of those things that I know in my heart I will never be able to pick up, but I would love to add to my collection as well. But I think this is a really, really awesome pair, and I did want to go ahead and showcase it for you guys because it is brand new and it's an awesome collaboration. So in case you guys are interested, I would definitely recommend that you either call around to your local Oakley stores and see if they have it available, or if you go on Brain Dead's website, it should be available there as well. I'll leave a link below in case you guys want to check those out. So there it is. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.